How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshops. I'm glad you dropped in today. You always make the day nicer. And you know, it's kind of overcast here and almost spitting rain, and to me, that's nice. So thanks for dropping in, because we can sure use the rain. We haven't had any kind of rain here since like July, so even the sprinkle would be nice. So thanks for dropping in and bringing us that. Anyways, we're out here behind the Massey Motel because it's time to start prepping for the attachment shelter. Winter's coming. I got to get those attachments covered up before winter. So what we're up to today is I'm going to try and I've got my laser level set up over there. I'm going to try and shoot some corners where I anticipate the attachment shelter to go, to see what we need to do to level this up, start putting that shelter there. So let's get at it. I'm not sure how well you can see them, but I taken some time there the other day, and I just put some metal stakes here in the corners of where I anticipate the attachment shelter might be located. It could go a little bit, you know, this way, that way, you know, whatever. I have some gravel out there in the landing that I can use to put in here to level this up. So I want to know how much gravel I need and where I need to put it. This is going to be the like looking at the shelter. That'll be the left front corner, left rear corner, right rear corner, right front corner. So I have my stick here with the laser level set up. I've got my little green plastic screen here that really shows up the line good. We're going to start over here with the left front corner, number 1 post, and we'll start taking some measurements. So here's the first stake. I got my laser set up over there with a single beam on it. So I set my stake right here, and then I line up the beam looking for the line in my green screen here. You're not supposed to look directly into the laser, but don't tell anybody. So there's the line right there. 3 feet 8 inches. 3 feet 8 inches in this corner. So without making any adjustments or anything to the laser level, that's just set up there and we stay there. I'm going to go over and measure this corner. And this one is 3 feet 11 inches. This one is 4 foot 5 inches. And then we'll check this corner. This is 4 foot 5.5 inches. All right, so there's the results of my measurements. The left front corner, which I'm going to call the reference corner for now anyways, it's 3 foot 8 inches off grade. The left rear was 3 foot 11 inches off grade, which means that this corner is 3 inches lower than the reference corner. And then the right rear is 4 foot 5 inches. So that's, let me see, 4 and 5 is 9 inches lower than the reference. And then the right front corner is 9.5 inches lower than the reference. So I need to do a little bit of grading here. And I'm not sure just yet whether I'll grade to make everything come up level with the 3 foot 8 inches, or will I cut that down a little bit. You know, it depends on how things go. But what I'm going to start doing is I've got several things stacked along the side of the shop there. I'm going to clean all that away. I'm going to get the tractor with the back blade on it, and we're going to start grading this off a little bit as best I can and just see how level I can make it. And then we'll take the laser and shoot it again just to see how I made out. So let's get started. So there's some issues that I have to deal with before I get too involved in this job. One of them is I've got this gaggle of maple trees right here, and I don't want to destroy this because I tapped at least the 2 big ones. You see all together there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 trees in this bunch. I tapped this guy, this one, and this one. These other 2 are not really big enough to tap, so it wouldn't be a bad idea if I could cut this guy down out of the way. And I'd like to even get rid of this one over here, but he's leaning towards the shop, and I'm not sure how I can do that. And I'm not sure what would happen if I cut this. Like if I cut this, because it's all coming from the one basic trunk, if I cut that, would that, hurt the others? So anyway, that's one thing. I'll have to work on that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. The other thing is, I had mentioned about, this is the left front corner. I'd mentioned about maybe cutting this down as I grade it. But if you can't see that, but right here you can see the roots from these maple trees. So I'm just about down here as far as I can get down. So maybe this is going to be, end up being the reference point. So I have to deal with that too. The other thing is, will I just swing you around here? The shop is on a concrete floor, and the floor is only about 9 or 10 inches deep on the perimeter. So you can see here, I'm not sure how well you can make it out, but on this corner of the shop, it's already down about 6 to 8 inches or so. So I can't grade down there much further. But what I'd like to do is, oh, the other thing is, here on the bike shed, let me swing you around so you can see that. I put gravel in front of that to make sort of a ramp up to the doorway so I can drive the mowers back and forth. I call that the bike shed. It's actually the lawnmower shed now, and put the estate car in there. But I could grade that away a little bit and make that ramp, you know, not so gradual, make it more steep. There's probably a foot or more gravel there, so I've got lots of overburden there that I can take off. So I'm thinking I might just drag all that, drag it back this way out into where the pad is going to be for the attachment shelter, but just leave a little bit of a ramp there. But also I can pile some more along the shop to build that up a little bit, but grade that back so that the water won't hang against the shop. It'll grade away from the shop. So I've got some grading to do, and I'm not an expert at grading, but we're going to give her a good old West Loon Lake try. Anyways, we're going to move the lace level out of there, clean away the material, clean that material away from along the shop, and we're going to get the Massey Ferguson GC 2300 awesome tractor out and start doing some grading. don't have nearly enough depth here yet, so I'm gonna have to go get some gravel from my pile. I think I'll do that. Just bring it around, just drop a couple of buckets here and spread it out a little bit more. And then we'll put the level back on it and see how close we are. Okay, we're going to do corner 1, 4 feet. Corner 2, 4 feet 2 inches. 4 foot 4 inches. And that's 4 foot 8.5. So for all that work, we didn't gain a whole lot. We were out 9 inches before, now we're out 8.5. There you go. So I'm going to go bring a couple more, 3 or 4 or 5 more loads of gravel in, set it down there. And I think that'll be good enough. We can rake it all off and at least be able to set the sills on there. Even if we have to build up little mounds to set the sills on, we can set the sills, make them level. And then once the sills are there and level, then I can kind of backfill inside with whatever gravel I can scratch up somewhere. So and I'm going to drop those there. It'll be the same as when I've been doing here. So I'll drop those, spread them around. I'll bring you back, show you the results, okay? So I put about 6 more bucket loads of gravel on there. It looks high right here, just near this right edge now. But anyways, we're going to put the stick on it and see what we say. That's 3 feet 11. 4 feet. 4 foot 2. 4 foot 4. So after taking those sights, those levels, the reference corner, the left front over there, it was 3 foot 11 this time. And the left rear was 4 feet, so I'm off an inch there. Fix that with the rake, right? This corner, the right rear corner, is 4 foot 2 inches, so I'm off 3 inches on this corner. Still, this corner is 3 inches low. And then the right front is 4 foot 4, so I'm 5 inches low in the right front corner. So I still have a little bit more leveling to do. But I think I can get that with this mound that's piled up in here. I'm going to take the tractor and just kind of drag that over a little bit more. Maybe put another load or 2 in. Still looks a little bit low there in the front. But I think that's good enough for now. It's getting on to supper time, so I'm going to pull the plug on this job for the day. But come back again in the next video when I'll have, by that time, finished getting this kind of halfway level. And we're going to start pressure treating sills and laying the sills down here, squaring them up and making sure they're good and level. So come on back, and don't forget to thumbs up me and leave me some comments on this video, and have a great week. We'll talk to you.